All I got is this and some water, and it came up to $177. That's crazy.
I am a vegetarian now because of the price of meat. Can no longer afford it.
Gas started going up, but people's paycheck ain't going up.
Until they actually realize what's going on out here, we're going to continue suffering like this.
About 300 million feeling the same way. Let's bring in our panel right now. Syndicated radio host Hugh Hewitt with us tonight. Morgan Ortagus, former State Department spokesperson, back with us tonight. And Josh Kraushaar, Axios senior political correspondent. And Josh, good evening to you as well. Hugh, kick it off. What are we and what is this president in for in the months and potentially years to come?
Well, anyone who's under the age of 62, which includes everybody but me on this panel, Bill, do not remember what this is like. When I got out of college in 1978, inflation was 7.6%. In 1979, it went to 11.3%. And in 1980 it went to 13.5. If you're young and just going into the workforce, or you're old and on a fixed income, inflation destroys your ability to make a living. And what it also does is destroy a president and a party, and the Democrats are going to get wiped out. It takes a Reagan, it takes a Republican Congress to cut spending, cut taxes in the states and at the federal level, because right now people are going through something they've never gone through before. Folks on Social Security got a 5.6% COLA. That's already gone. And the military pay raise in the budget this year, 4.6%. We already heard 9.1% year over year. It's a disaster for the country.
That's tough. One man who was there in the cockpit was Art Laffer. In the early 80s, he saw it firsthand. A bit earlier today, he had this forecast. Watch.
We will continue to see these numbers go up and up and up. It's accelerating, and this thing is out of control. This is about as bad as it gets. And combined with the employment numbers, which are not good for this administration, I don't see how they pull out of a crash.
Morgan, do you have an answer for that?
No, I wish I did. I mean, listen, this feels very much like 2008, the financial crisis. And there were so many young people at that time whose careers really stalled. We're still seeing the effects of the financial crisis in terms of millennials not buying homes, still having student debt. And I think this economy may be on track to have that type of ramification for older people who can't retire, for younger people who aren't going to be able to save and leave home and buy their own home. And listen, I think the Biden administration is experiencing something that people don't like to experience in Washington, and that's when the reality of your policies come to fruition and they've failed. Well, it's hard to admit that they're not working, right? It's hard to admit that maybe it was a mistake spending $2 trillion. And look no further, by the way, where they're going to hurt the most in November will be with minority communities. You have 29% of Hispanic Americans approving of Biden's job performance, 49% of Black Americans give Biden a positive approval job rating. These are devastating numbers for any Democrat president, and they're not going to get better anytime soon because they have refused to admit reality.
Yeah, Josh, a bit earlier today, Senator Joe Manchin, he put out a statement quickly. Part of it read like this: no matter what spending aspirations some in Congress may have, it is clear to anyone who visits a grocery store or a gas station that we cannot add any more fuel to this inflation fire. Can you gauge the impact on an election 118 days from now?
Yeah, well, don't expect Joe Manchin to support any new spending as much as Democrats may want him to. But this is Hugh hit the nail on the head that we haven't seen this degree of inflation since the Jimmy Carter administration, and we know how that ended up in the 70s. And look, this is a political headwind for this administration. I'm a little perplexed too, Bill, that this administration hasn't really acknowledged the degree of inflation. They were spinning today that gas prices are going down a little bit, and the report didn't reflect that dynamic. But every other good, food, gas, energy, you name it, the core inflation rate was through the roof. And when you can't acknowledge reality, when you have trouble acknowledging the challenge in the first place, it's hard to spin it in a positive direction and have a plan to solve the problem.
You're probably right about that. I've got 2 minutes around the horn quickly. Hugh, what is to be expected from this trip in the Middle East?
The president is trying to reassure allies who, a year after the Afghanistan debacle, do not trust the American promises being made. He's going to have to double down and triple down on those promises because those memories of people falling from planes are still fresh.
Wow. Wow, what a moment. Morgan, this was your department?
Yeah,
What comes from it?
Yeah. The Biden administration has squandered the past 17 months as it relates to the Middle East. They were handed the Abraham Accords. They rejected every single policy that we put in place that led to the 4 peace deals, the first in 26 years, and they have failed. They got played by the Iranians. They have absolutely no intention of going into the JCPOA. Everybody knows that. I don't think they can fix it on this trip, but hopefully they can start to course correct.
Josh?
Goal number 1, work with the Saudis and the Israelis to contain Iran. The JCPOA is dead. There's not going to be another Iran nuclear deal, so they're going to have to work with their allies in the region to help constrain Iran's nuclear ambitions. And number 2, just getting the oil supply from the Saudis back in our favor and start to work diplomatically with them again. It's kind of striking that they're working with Russia, and I think the United States would like them to be back in our corner, even though it's a very delicate dance with the Saudis.
That Saudi oil thing is no guarantee even on this trip, Josh, right?
No guarantee, and the Saudis have been moving away from the American orbit, given the challenges we've had since the Khashoggi situation.
Yeah. We will pick it again tomorrow as that trip continues. Nice to see the 3 of you. Thank you, Morgan, Josh, and Hugh Hewitt.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks.